Hello, this is Kevin. Where am I today? Well, Titchfield Canal walk. Let me quickly show you that. And there is a map along there. All the way up there, it shows you one or two items there, bridges and the locks and things like that. And just in front of me is Steve and Cynthia.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got to head along this towpath. So if you want to go ahead, Cynthia, and we will commence this walk, which is a walk chosen by Cynthia to do today. She's just gone either down a hole or tripped on something. But the unfortunate thing is, it's actually just started to spit with rain. And this is a 6.5 mile walk.
6 3/4, I think.
6 3/4 mile walk. So, but there's actually no rain forecast as far as I'm aware. So this is going to be an interesting one, especially as my preferred microphones, or the receiver, the battery's gone dead on it, even though I charged them up. So I'm relying on my Zoom recorder now, and luckily I've left it on my grip. So anyway, let's head off along here and see what we can see on this walk. We've got the canal to our right, and we've got willow trees, which are quite a common thing along the side of canals and some rivers, of course. Well, we've not gone far, but we've just noticed away to our left hand side we've got a herd, I suppose you would call them a herd, of goats, and they're all heading up towards a little path, which is a well-worn path for them, and leading up to the farm. I've seen goats in sort of up to a half a dozen, but there's got to be, I'm guessing, 100 plus goats there. Bit less?
50
or so.
That's amazing, absolutely incredible to see that. Good job I remembered that. Anyway, we are don't make me laugh. Canal all the way along here. This bit is nice and clear, but most of it is like that back there, and probably the microphone will pick up the running water, and that's just here in front of us, where there's a little bit cuts away from the canal, a little tributary comes down through along here, down through there. Let me see if I can get down here and I can show you exactly where it's going. So that's where it's coming through, just there at the bottom of the oak tree, and it comes round here and then disappears that way through those reeds. Steve and I were saying just now that there's some wetlands just over to our, well, in front of me now, but we wondered if, when the weather's really bad, just over here where these cows are, because there are a lot of reeds on this bit of field, but on the far side there's some very tall, I would have guessed riverside reeds. We wondered if this at some point might flood, but we don't know. So Cynthia's across. Right, here we go. Oh! Not sure if I caught that. Steve coming across there.
Nimble.
Steve is nimble, he says. What happened at Thorney Island, Steve?
I fell over.
We fell over. Well, I've been left behind, which is not very nice, is it? The canal, which is here. We'd read that there's going to be a bit where it's a concrete dam with a sluice gate, which is just in front of me now. So there's the concrete dam, And these are the sluice gates that are just in front of me. So the water, the canal water, is then diverted around here, and there is something like a little waterfall or something over, just over in the distance there, and all the water is diverted around into the nature reserve. Oh, there's Steve and Cynthia way up there, look. But it's completely changed now from what we were walking along before. As you can see, it's a rather nice footpath. Poor. And the stagnant water that's just there. It's just, oh my God, the smell's awful. But now we're in this lovely, rather woodland area with oak trees, but just in front of me, woodpecker hole perhaps? But we've got quite a mixture of trees around us. As I say, mainly oak trees. We've got a few hazel, and gorse, a little bit of gorse, lots of holly. But here's the canal, look, the old canal. And probably this is some of the most open stretches of the canal we've seen, but completely been just left to go like this. What a shame. Absolute tragedy, I think. So at some point, I believe, from what Cynthia tells me, we're going to end up on a beach. I don't know. Well, we shall see. The obligatory plane. There's always a plane. I think my friend Mark English has said in the past that every time he's making a film, there's a plane goes over. So here we go, further along here. Well, we've done a bit of a detour. Well, no, we haven't. Have we? No.
We tried to.
We tried to. Anyway, look, this is where we are. Walking up this path, we've got these reeds either side of us. And we think... Sorry, Cynthia thinks that just over here is where we should meet the coast, the sea. Cynthia's got this walk worked out absolutely perfectly. This is her walk, so yeah, Steve and I are in her hands, so to speak. But these definitely look like seaside-y places. Oh, there's a palm tree. It's got to be the seaside. Right. Oh, and a gentleman's toilet. If you listen carefully, you can hear the crunch of pebbles under our feet. So let me show you. I've just asked Cynthia and Steve where we are, and I've forgotten already.
Meon Beach.
We're on Meon Beach.
And that's the Isle of Wight.
And away over there is the Isle of Wight. And we've got this shingle beach going right out here. So we're heading this away. And we're heading to a destination which I can't remember. Titchfield Haven is where we're going, so I've just been informed. This is part of Cynthia's organised walk. So we're crossing the road here, are we? Okay. We are at Hill Head, we think, which is a little harbour with no water. The tide's out, I think we're fine. There's a few seagulls about, but lots and lots of sailing yachts. And there's an entrance to the nature reserve just to our left. We're just wandering around here. It's just seen as a visitors centre in the distance. So there must be a yachting club down here somewhere. But the weather is a little bit overcast. A few breaks in the cloud. But oh, and there's the entrance to the harbour there, and there's a swan just swimming out through the entrance there. So we don't know whether the tide's coming in or just gone out. There we go, let's have a look at this. Nice little area here, a couple of bench seats, and you can look out to sea. Rather lovely here. We've been attacked by flies, which is not very nice. We are walking along this path here, properties to our right, sea to our left, and there was a sign at the end of this path when we joined it saying temporary closure from September to March, but as yet we haven't seen one. If that is the case, then we've got to turn around and walk all the way back. The flies, I think, are getting worse. They're horrible. Anyway, let's see if we can get along here at all. There's a little bit of an opening here, which might show me, give you a little bit of a view. Gosh, that doesn't look very appetising down there. That's where it's been washed away, and this is where we've got to go. Let's have a look around the corner and see what we can see. Well, no closures along there. Just have to press on. We've just walked along the tops of those cliffs there, and there was no closure at all. So we don't know what the people or council, wherever it was, were on about, saying it was a closure. But it said on the instructions from Cynthia's walk that she's got very well organised, sorted out. You come down a bit of a descent, which we have done, onto the beach with a beautiful panoramic view, which we have got, except for when you get over there, you've got Fontley oil refinery. And what's the name of that area?
Cowshot.
Cowshot, that's it. It's just, that just spoils everything over there. But there's, oh yeah, there's a ferry coming through over there. It's really got a shift on. We saw a ferry going out towards Yarmouth, Steve said it was, which is on the Isle of Wight. There's a big, huge tanker away in the distance, which is we've been watching come out. It's now just towards the Isle of Wight near Yarmouth now. So we've now got to go along here to a, was it a bridge? So you've got to go across the bridge. Turn right before the bridge. I haven't found a bridge. Yeah. Look at the reflections in there. We've now turned inland, so the sea is behind us. Cynthia is leading us like a real perfect guide that she is. Guide, not guy, guide. And we're heading up towards this track. Upper, lower,
And Little Bromwich Farm.
Little Bromwich Farms, okay. but we're walking along past this field, and what we've noticed just over here, you got Savoy cabbages just here, but a bit further down there is crops being ploughed into the ground. Perfectly good crops. Just in front of me here, cabbages, a different row of cabbages. They're all being left to rot. And why? Because got nobody to pick them. We saw the field further back as we passed the farm, and we said it looked like stuff was being ploughed in the ground, but we weren't sure. But we have just literally witnessed that ourselves, how the cabbages are being ploughed into the ground. So potentially this massive field, which is full of all different cabbages and all different sorts of things, there's kale, and there's oh, I can't think of the names of the other stuff. Yeah, kale just in front of me. Potentially all this lot is going to be ploughed into the ground, which is absolutely appalling. And this is why farmers are going bust. There's parsley up here. I think I saw some parsley. But just look at the size of this field. Look, it goes up here, miles away, miles away. But certainly the first part of that crop that we saw just now, being ploughed into the ground by the farmer. That's his profits gone, because nobody here to pick it for him. Absolutely disgraceful. Anyway, have we found our way, chaps? Oh right, okay. Well, we've walked and walked and we've walked and we've walked, and Cynthia kept saying we've got to find a trig point in the corner of a field. Well, guess what? We have. Here it is. And as Cynthia quite rightly said, you very rarely, in fact I've never ever seen a trig point in the field before in such a low position. And here we go. Trig point. The number OSBM 8264. There it is. Fantastic. And it's in the middle of this, like the corner of this horses field. Or a gallop. It's a gallop for horses. Well, fantastic. Well done, Cynthia.
Thanks.
You're alright, don't milk it too much, thank you. Hello? 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 What are you up to then? Eh? What are you up to? Hello? What are you doing? You just want to come and have a bit of fuss made of you? Is that what you wanted? Some fuss made of you? Did you? Oh, you're a beauty, aren't you? You're a beauty. I've got nothing for you to eat. No, I haven't. Nothing for you to eat. No. No. Can you let me get my... Can I go on now? Is that all right? Thank you. We are back in Titchfield, and we're in South Street. And let me just very quickly, before we end this video, show you along here these lovely old buildings. So as Steve said, we are back in Titchfield. We're heading back to the car, and we will be ending it here. So it'll be Kevin, Cynthia, Steve. So bye bye, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Kevin. Thanks very much for watching the video. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, follow, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that would be great. Thanks very much. Bye bye. Bye.